close his mouth, but he just never would. And when he did, he actually looked funny. That's, I think, what Stork is like, but whatever. First carrier is out for Stork. Second one bound to come out shortly. A third one already in production. Spider-Mine clearing going on for Stork to prevent C from really getting map control here, which is definitely the right thing to do. That second carrier should be out any second. Stork, I'm sure, stockpiling interceptors already in the first one, getting ready for an attack. It does not look like, as I say that, there we see a Goliath. So C may be prepared for this after all. C, by the way, has a pretty decent-sized army, and here comes the timing push. Basically, what C's going to do is try to push out his tanks just in time to start making use of the fact that he's not going to be very productive with those carriers. And Stork actually doing a pretty good job of taking out a bunch of tanks. I didn't think he was going to be able to take out that many tanks. Taking out what looks to be all but one. No, it looks like all those tanks are going to go down. No, I think Stork is going to pull back. And no, taking out one more after all. Two observers out. Stork's got to watch his units, so he's kind of wasting a couple of Dragoons there, but doing a really good job of keeping C back, using those two narrow pathways to his advantage for sure. And C obviously knows the carriers are out. He's got many Goliaths coming out, but right now they're not all that effective against, well, they're fairly effective against Dragoons, they're just not the ideal unit. Tanks are the ideal unit. So he's got to be sure to save those until the carriers show their face for the first time and try to fight mostly with his tanks, but if Zealots pop out, he's got to worry about that as well. However, majority of the time, it looks like Observer get caught and scammed. Majority of the time, it's a carrier Dragoon build and not a carrier Zealot build due to the lack of range of Dragoons and taking many hits from Goliaths. They get eaten up pretty quick by Goliaths for that matter. So really carrier and Dragoon is the ideal build versus carrier Zealots. And here we have another shuttle which I bet has a couple Zealots in it for tank Zealot bombs. And it looks like, both his carriers jumping in the back of C's base to try to do a pretty good job of just harassing. And there's a Reaver in there after all. Wow, I did not see that one coming. So Stork with some pretty decent gameplay going on right here, taking out the Goliaths and the turrets and the tanks, and doing a pretty good job of really harassing C's economy late game. And those carriers going to take out a couple more Goliaths along with that Reaver before C can really do much about it. And it looks like really good Reaver micro once again from Stork, and I think he might have just lost a carrier. No, he hasn't. Oh, but he's got to be careful. If those Goliaths are going to take out that carrier, oh man. Stork a little careless there, losing that carrier. A couple of mistakes being made on Stork's gameplay for sure. He's really got to pay more attention to his carriers than he did. But something going on in Stork's favor is he has stopped the second expansion of C, which is going to prove indispensable if he can hold that up indefinitely. And now a third starport going down. So Stork dedicating himself to this carrier build. And if he can again hold that second expansion from going up from C, he's going to be in a really good position to take this game. Looks like C had to blow up a turret to get his units out effectively, and a lot of Dragoons actually, much more than I thought there would be for C. So C doing for Stork, sorry about that. So Stork doing a very good job of macroing up both ground forces and air forces. Back up to 3 carriers, which is an okay amount, but really isn't all that effective. But he is going to be able to use the cliffs to his advantage. Looks, if he takes out that gas, that's going to be huge. That's going to cut C's production down significantly, in half basically, because C is relying on 2 gas right now to support his build. But C's pushing in at this point, which is a little bit of a timing push, and Stork has got to be careful. If he's not, he's going to lose a lot of Dragoons. But he's taking out the tanks like they're nothing, and those Dragoons are going to clean up the Goliaths at that point. He's got enough where it's not going to be an issue. So Stork once again doing a great job of taking out those tanks, and wow, that might be game right there actually, taking out all those units, having taken out those tanks and now those Goliaths. Stork is in a perfect position to take this match and go on to the next round. I'd say that C is actually in a lot of trouble at this point, and it looks like those carriers are just doing what they're supposed to, and more than anything, just constantly harassing, jumping in and out, really dragging those Goliaths in and out. So C is wasting his Goliaths, trying to throw down turrets desperately to slow down the onslaught, but it's not going to be enough. C is going to lose this match, guys, and Stork is going to move on to the finals. We got Dragoons against Goliaths straight up, no tanks in the background, and where are the 4 carriers at this point going straight into C's base? So nicely done, and C GG's choking in the first round. Man, once again, nicely done to Stork. Really solid gameplay in all 3 games. C, shaky in the first 2. Pretty solid gameplay in the 3rd game, but not enough macro at the end. And some careless losses in the beginning, trying to push forward when he couldn't. Congratulations to you, Stork. C, good luck for next year, and we'll see you in the Pro League. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the commentary, and I guess we'll look. You know what? I think Firebat Hero is in Group F. You're going to see another group of commentaries coming from me next week, I think, or whenever the next MSL group is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in Group F. Take care now. Bye.
지역이 결국 운명을 결정짓고 말았습니다. 네. 네. 그래서 그 좁은 다리 건너기가 좀 껄끄럽기 때문에 상대방이 유닛이 진을 치고 있으면 건너기가 껄끄럽기 때문에 드랍식으로 상대방 병력 빼놓고 그 다음에 나올 생각이었거든요. 근데 그 순간에 스캔을 해보니까 캐리어를 봤어요. 그러니까 후닥닥 나가다가 그 다리 쪽에서 드라군에게 탱크를 많이 잃었던 것이 결국 병력에 구멍이 생긴 것 같습니다.
네. 캐리어도 봤죠. 셔틀도 터졌죠. 지금이 찬스다. 나가다가 얻어맞고 말았습니다. 연보성 선수 안타깝게 됐네요. 연보성 선수는 다음 시즌 서버 토너먼트에 좀 인가를 드리게 됐습니다. 자, 정말 숨 막혔죠 오늘 송병구 선수. 오늘 이 두 프로토스 올라왔습니다.
예, 우여곡절 끝에 진짜 김구현, 송병구 선수가 올라갔습니다. 김구현 선수는 좀 자신의 생각보다 경기가 좀 잘 풀린 케이스라면은 송병구 선수는 좀 안 풀리면서 끝까지 고생을 했고.